Okay, we got a bit of a delay here. Had to like set some stuff up, but we are in a champ select. We have a bit of a. I mean, we already see the bands. We don't have to explain much of them. I mean, Renekton, Ezreal, Akali, Fresh. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory. Blue has risen up in this patch also, so he's also very explainable. Karma has been picked once or twice, had pretty good results, and works in like 3 lanes at the same time. I mean, even as an AD carry, it works. Like I think, I mean, Reckless was on it a bunch of times, and yeah, he had pretty solid results. Now, when it comes to the pick champions, we have obviously Viego and Gwen. I swear to God, if they don't get a ban, they just get picked. Period. Just get picked immediately. Now, we only have 2 AD carries, I guess. We have Varus, we have Tristana. Obviously, Tristana can be flexed into the mid lane. I don't know if Blue is a really Tristana player, especially because of like health issues, he wasn't there for like the first week. But I guess you can play mid laner, sure. Braum has really risen up to priority. Like, it doesn't even have to be a comp that like he really works well with or really works well against. Like, if you just have 1 or 2 targets that you can defend, or 1 or 2 targets you can really like fuck up with his like auto attacks, Q, disengage, ultimate, whatever, he already is really good. Especially with something like Kalista. I think I don't know who played it again yesterday. I think it was I think Hilly and Upset played it, and they dominated. They completely dominated. I didn't think I would say that Hillsync dominated on a non-full frontal engaged champion, but he did, and it's a fact. And yeah, yesterday Hilly really surprised me. One of his like last few games he had, also in Spring Splits, he didn't look too good, but that game, clean Hilly. Now, obviously, Varus, obviously also very hard self peel with Tom Kench. I think I don't know if it's the rework Tom Kench already. I do not think so. I don't think so. But I'm really looking forward to rework Tom Kench. I'm really looking forward to it. He looks pretty fun, and it also looks something that can be both played in solo queue and competitive. Although I do think that in competitive, he has begun to get to like yeah, I mean competitive is probably gonna be worse because its most important spell is only available as an ultimate high cooldown and first in level 6. But I do think that he's gonna appear again. He will have to rework. And obviously I do think that is also gonna be playable now in solo queue. That's really nice. The rest of the team cover of both teams looks pretty normal. I mean, the trees with the Sejuani is pretty interesting. Sejuani is one of those tank champions where I'm like, yeah, he doesn't really match in the firing meta, but I can understand where it comes from. You know, I can understand where it comes from. Like, if you want a tank in the jungle, then Sejuani would be one of your first picks, I would say. And definitely with Rumble. I do not want to remember the game yesterday where it was in Rumble. He completely ended. Okay, he didn't completely end, but he really wasn't good. Like, I remember, that's gonna stay in my head for a long time. In my German cast, I think yesterday, one German cast, the Vitality versus Fnatic game. I think Vitality versus Fnatic. SafeMate just ran, like, he ganked level 5 as in Rumble. I didn't even know if I had red buff. I think he went no buff, level 5, full health, into a lane where there was a full health Braum, a full health Kalista, and a Viego. All at the same time. Okay. I mean, he on Twitter said himself that he was like in, like he like was in some kind of weird mentality where he like just didn't have like the right mentality. I think that's the right word. I didn't know how he phrased it, But yeah, I understand what he means. SK here, grouping himself a bit in the top side jungle. Normally it's right around the bot side, but I guess with Juani you store rip buff. I don't know. I'm absolutely no expert on jungle. I mean, in a sense, I'm also not really an expert of the game and the mechanics in core. I mean, when I'm casting here, obviously I cannot say I'm a shot caster or a call caster because in that sense I'm both. But my preference is shot casting. Although I really have a lot of learn there, but have really a lot to learn in that regard. But obviously, I want to get better. These videos, these little casts, you know, these whole full cast of games is just like a training thing for me, and also like it just also helps me to understand the game better if I'm talking about it myself. Like understanding a game is one thing, but actually like seeing it and able to explain it in your own words makes you understand it even more, because then you can see your mistakes or even see stuff that other people don't see and realize how you can even cast better. Now, if we move on into the game, I think it's gonna not be like the most active game here. It's gonna be a lot of trading, and maybe Vitality has a bit of motivation to go ham. But I mean, bottom lane. The problem around bottom lane is that literally no one of both teams has some sort of like definitive engage before level 6. At level 6, Braum has one and Varus has one, but pre level 6, the only engage you really have is the Braum passive and Tristana engage. Like Varus and Tam Kench have no engage whatsoever. I mean, Tam Kench has the tongue, but come on, that's like, it's not really that good. Treats, yeah, bit of a pickle. He engages onto leader, leader gets low, but Treats is forced back by self-made, procs the aftershock, and the leader is forced to... Okay, I think I should be back. My, the thing where I saved the videos in itself didn't have any, space anymore. I guess that's how you say it. But yeah, we're back in here. It should be around the same point, like maybe 5 seconds before and after, but yeah, I mean, nothing really happened. Yeah, as we have seen, leader was forced back by my little Treats here, got chunked down as well by self-made, and now we are back into this rather slow, probably really slow early game with a Virginie on the bot side. Currently gets a Q in the face, probably not able to go any further than that, although they are fighting down there while SLT and Janks are fighting there too. Lebrov and Crunchshot move back a bit as Jesus tries to stun up Lebrov, but there's not really anything, any way they can commit to that. And yeah, the two tank jungles here, a bit of a fighting match here. I think Treat's gonna lose this even with trap buff. Like one Q of self-made, makes him lose more than half his health. Janks TP's back. If they can kill him here, that's really worth it. Like Janus is a bit of a hot spot. They're holding the middle of there. The leader is there. Now they engage on Janax. Janax starts to dash out, but the ignite on him and the flamethrower is enough here. Leader gets pushed back and hurt really badly, and Blue is able to take leader down. Flash over the auto attack, but Trees goes down as well, and Blue has no way out of there. He just gets punched by self-made, and it's I think that's not really, I mean, it's pretty chaotic, and you also see that, look at this, Genex lists so much of this mini work. That's pretty worth it for Vitality, if I do say so myself. Did a pretty good job. Cruncher gets engaged here now. Labrov eats him up here, probably saves his life as Jessica's pretty low. They can probably run him down. Jesus has 3 stacks, flashes away, the stun hits, and the Q, and that's a kill for the Vitality bot lane. Pretty good job, although it was a bit risky before that, but hey. As I've said, Tam Kench with his W, with his Devour, it's pretty easy to do this. Like in the early game, to save your ADC. Gen X, what are you doing? You are getting caught up. Ignite and the flamethrower finish you off, flashing out. SLT also able to get out pretty close. Leader able to get treats here, but the flash from blue gets him, well, to relative safety and gets him the kill, but then he's just stuck in a little corner here, and Selfmade gets himself the kill. Another set, Gen X treats and blue died, and that's exchanged while only SLT died on the Vitality side. No. Vitality's in a really good spot right now. Like they got the 2 kills on leader. Ground shot managed to like together with Braum managed to like put some pressure on SK. Like the only thing they have is that like even if you don't look just the kills, Gen X lost the huge mini wave in top lane, which puts him in a CS disadvantage. Rumble out farms treats, and it's like leader also out farms blue. So leader has so much more gold than blue and can push him out of the lane pretty goodly, pretty effectively, if I do say so myself. So what is the plan here, SK? You can focus on objective, probably you focus on Drake here, but the problem is that, you know, Selfmade is not, I mean, Treats is not the best, like, Treats characters. Juani is not the best when it comes to, like, taking objectives, like King Drake's. For tank, she's absolutely okay, like, good, but she's still tank. So, yeah. Like, one thing that I see is just Vitality out farms, like, Vitality's roster, except support, but that's obvious, out farms SK by like 20 minions on like every single lane. Except top lane, there's like just 10. And engage, it's so easy. They have such an advantage, they have so much CS, they have kill advantage, they have the push, they have the priority. And you know, just gets down like that. If they get just like one slow on them in like the middle of the lane, it just can stack the slows with you know, Selfmade and his E and the Braum and Cruncher when he has his ultimate, he used it, as you can see. They have so many engage opportunities if they do it right. Not with all engage, but just with slows where Jesus, if he is positioned wrongly, just gets absolutely annihilated. Now leader, bit of an angry position here, probably not gonna get engaged anytime soon, but still. Should watch out for that. Just, you know, just think about it. Just think about it. I mean, everything trading in top lane looks so weird. Okay, SLT pushes you a bit harder on Gen X. If he hit that last ult proc, he probably would have killed Gen X. It would have probably be enough. Now, SLT probably trying to kill Gen X here, or at least I think so. But the camouflage is gonna help him out pretty well. Probably gonna make SLT nuts dive him, but I mean, he backs now. If he's forced to back, the minimum will crash into the tower if he doesn't stay. But he's also at risk of getting dived. I just has to move back from the tower because for this here, if he was on the tower, he will be dead instantly. So like look at that bot lane farm difference, 95 to 57. That's kind of nutty, not gonna lie. The leader pushes back in with the ultimate, doesn't really hit anything. I don't think that's a worth ultimate, honestly. Now blue puts the flash predict from Treats. His leader tries to dash away, but it's not able to. Selfmade flashing him with the E and the flamethrower to kick down blue, as Treats is barely able to get out of this. I mean, I think that was a flash predict, or like either was a flash predict or Treats like just ult in the direction where leader was, and he just happened to like dash or flash, whatever, not out of it, as Jessica's engaged here by the Braum. Effectively the crown shot Q does not hit, but the out attack is enough to chase him down. Chess is now in a bit of a pickle here as he cannot flash over the wall. The Braum just blocks him off. A really good Tom Kensham ultimate here. Not able to kill Jesus, but at least he cannot get away with flash. Leader and Braum both try to get there. Lavrov takes the tower shot, is not able to literally tank anything else. As Jez's, I mean, he survived in the end, but the idea of Lavrov was absolutely fine. Energetics and treats are ganging up on SLT. Really good dasher about the CC. Treats not hitting that as SLT dashed away pretty effectively there. Not able to kill treats. I have a feeling I already said 3 times not to be able to kill treats. Like he gets so a bit slow so many times, but he doesn't really die. SLT now 0-2 as the top turret gets absolutely annihilated by the Herald. That's a problem. That's a problem. Oh no. No, SLT still crux. FF15. It's even, it's like FF10 or whatever. Now here, the fight against Ding. He ulted and flash predicted. That's so nice. So nice trees. Then Selfmade came, obviously. Blue stood in the ultimate. I don't know if he like stepped into it or like just was placed upon him, but yeah, that's his death, and you know, Treats escapes. Leader getting himself a brew buff here. Pretty chill. Doesn't look too good for his game. I mean, they have 2 kills. Matilda is 8. But they have 2 kills. And just gets chunked out there really bad. Like, he has to get those minions. But now they know that he has to get those minions. And that's an ultimate NQ if I've ever seen one. It's so hard. Crunchhead has so much gold. He can 1v1 Jesu on like 50 meters away. And at the other side, if Jesu even if he manages to kind of fight him and whatever, Jesu is too much behind to give up any gold. So if Selfmade now focuses on bot lane, pressures him, move away from the tower, Tristan is gonna get 90 farm when Crown Shot has like 160, 170. Like it's so hard. And like even if he doesn't do that, like he's already so ahead. And SLT here sits in the ward, gets engaged with Jess is in blue, but fortunately he can dash out of this one. just calmly, just very, very calmly standing on a ward, waiting for someone to arrive. Gonna check down this mid turret here, but the Q ult over the wall as leader pushes them back with his ultimate. Like there's a lot of damage, although Jez is like blocked most of it, but still very good engage from Treats, but in the end not able to do much here. Jez's and Treats and blue as Reef try to defend his turret. Bruff is very high up here. I mean, if Jez had ult, I would have said he could have ult Labrov there, but I didn't have ult, so that's one. Jez is with Ignite. I don't know why Jez is at Ignite. Honestly, I think it's because of SLT. I guess, but like, okay, yeah, I can understand why he has Ignite. Exhaust doesn't really help here, except with leader, maybe Crown Shot. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I can understand Ignite. I think I would have preferred Exhaust, but yeah, I can see where he's coming from. I can see it. And just get themselves the Drake here. What's gonna be? Ooh. The Infernal Drake and Infernal Rift. Or the Fire Rift, or whatever. Okay, nice engagement from Crown Shot. Ultis Jesu as he probably calls to him. Misses the Q. Jesu heals to get away from Labrov, but the slow hits and Treats tries to peel a bit for Jesu, but he's not able to get away from that slow and auto attacks of the fat guy named Tam Kench, and Jesu gets shot down by Crown Shot. Or not shot down, but like not shut down in the way of these more gold, but just shut down in the sense of like he's not here anymore, like shut down. Yeah. Literally, Labrov can just stand here. Like, he just bait Treats in. Selfmade and Labrov are both here. Okay, if that slow hits, he's dead. I guess there's so much backup beside him. Like, look at this. Cruncher is 160 CS, while Jez is 90. That's a 70 CS difference. Nice flash from Crown Shot. Labrov here, a bit of a pickle here. Getting engaged down by Treats. But the equalizer is very good there. Crunch had Labrov getting slowed down. as like 4 members of SK barely are able to like disengage this fight versus 3 members of Vitality. Ay, that's not. I don't like it. It's really chaotic right now. Fucking Rumble. Like I even forgot how he really came into the meta. Like he has been so present and like for so long that I literally forgot why he's even in the meta. Like he got buffed, or like just as items, or they just like his counter map shots are no longer there. Like what is happening? That's also what many people forget. Imagine a champion has 2 to 3 counter picks, and then his counter pick get nerfed. Then the champion itself is automatically meta, or at least goes close to meta, even if he himself wasn't buffed. Play a long game here. Jesse is 2 levels behind Ground Shot. 2 whole levels. Okay, now like 1.5 probably. Oh yeah. As I've said, Vitality has the game in their hands. I don't think SK can win. Like they can try to get some kills and stuff, and I absolutely can see Vitality just overcommitting. But in the end, I think Vitality has won this game already. They have a 10k and 11. They have a 10.5k goal lead. I didn't even noticed that. Like I completely forgot about that. SLT gets engaged here by Jesus and Treats, but now getting pushed back. Equalizes. Jez is real good. The ulti of Crown Shot hits. Roots Jesus. Jesus is down. Is now they don't stand there with support. Jesu gets completely junked down by half his HP. I absolutely hate that Jesu and Jesu almost are the same as Frieza are forced to flash out, ignite, and Crown Shot Q, almost killing him, but not quite, as the Herald and pushes down the mid lane. Can they finish this? No. Nothing from coming up. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. Blue is already so low, like from like 3 abilities at him. It's so insane. Like the range of Crown Shot is so insane. Probably gonna get this mid inhibitor, or even no, they get first back. Okay, first back. SK maybe trying to get on Lucian, probably. I mean, they're pinging it, but don't think so. They're gonna commit to that. Now what do we have here? SLT Genex 1v1, 1v1 bro, 1v1 between 2 top laners, maybe. I mean, let's be honest, SLT is probably gonna win this just because he has, bit of an item advantage. Although Genex keeps up with the farm, so that's something. I'm a bit tired. I'm so tired. Like I'm so goddamn tired. So goddamn tired. Now, SLT is on Genex here. This even has the pod in himself, now able to dash over there. Genex disengage with the ultimate, able to survive. That was pretty aggressive, and I like it. SLT can be aggressive like that, especially towards Genex. Like he is on the same level or stronger now. LE just 1v1s the Drake, while Treats and Jesus just wait in the bush. I don't know what's happening here, but it happens. Leader gets now engaged on. The ultimate hits from Treats. Leader not able to get away from that. He's dead as toast. Isn't that? Say it again? Whatever. But yeah, I guess it's. I mean, you got the Drake, but he got killed himself. That's not pretty rough, man. No, it's completely worth. Like dying for Drake every day of the week. Then it gets chunked down half his health. Not really that comfortable, if I do say so myself. I do not get punched in my face. Like I do not like it, so I guess he doesn't like it as well. Tris gets killed by the Braum, but the passive of Sejuani, if I'm correct, makes her immune to slow effects outside of fight. If I'm correct, I think so, yeah. So, okay, it's like a Mundo passive, which is with slows. Kind of funny. So now, here, they're doing the Drake. Here is SK able to do anything about this. This Blast Kill, and it was Proc not able to do much here, as I just take the Drake. Blast Zone was just gone. Janix was somewhere in the top lane. Tweets had no way of getting in there. Just they got burned now. Like, it's so difficult. They have a 13,000 gold. No, Jesus Christ, the gold lead that they have. I think they have the 13.5k gold lead. That's so intense. Like, look at the CS, okay? Chanex out CS SLT, okay. Rumble at like self-made 166 to Tweets 97. Leaders 225 to Blues 185. And Jesus, Crunch Shot and Jesuit, so intense. The Equalizer didn't really do much, but I appreciate the attempt self-make. You can just do that. Like, at this point, you can do anything. As long as you do damage and be present, I think it's enough. Now, Treats gets engaged here by SLT, gets low. The leader ultimate getting blocked up by Treats as he goes down. Somebody flashing in. Not really doing anything, but style points. 2 style points for Selfmade. And now they just run it down. Blue gets hit by the Q here. Gets pretty low as he gets ulted and just annihilated by Ground Shot. As the fighting with Genix and Treats here. Jesse gets blown up into pieces, exactly like Genix. And as I've said, they just run it down. They just run it down. They just, I mean, like run it down. It's like they're just so goddamn strong, and that's a win for Vitality. Like, their standings don't reflect how good they actually are. They're like the second lowest team, I think, behind SK. They're like, with SK, they're like the worst team right now if you look at the score. But goddamn, they're not the worst team. Like, just saying, they have potential to be a playoff team completely in every regard possible. If they just get themselves some training, get some experience, bit of more team coordination, this is gonna be so goddamn lit, boys. So goddamn lit.